We're not gonna understand their culture, and they damn sure ain't gonna understand our culture. And that's the bottom line. We gotta understand that when the scriptures tell you to don't do something, I mean, yo, you can say this. I can say this till I'm black and blue in the face. But the sad thing is, a lot of our people still gonna do it. A lot of our people are daring. A lot of our people choose to go against the grain because there's something in them that is so rebellious to the point where we would know that it's right, and just because we want to just be opposite, we're gonna go against the grain. You can't do that. The Most High tells you don't tempt them. The Most High said don't tempt them, don't tempt them. You know? Because the Most High will put the spanking on. He laid a smack down on you. Easy. They wouldn't even wink an eye. How I know? Because look at what happened to people that, you find out they did something, they celebrated or did something. And then, then you find out shit happened. Like, they had a football player a few years back. He played for the Giants, but he blew down there his whole hand off. I think he only had 2 fingers because he was celebrating the 4th of July, letting off fireworks. You ain't supposed to be doing that. Now, I'm not making light or fun of what happened. Is a messed up situation. But understand that we're not supposed to be doing that. Because when we sit there and we married, I'm not sure. I don't want to speak on who his wife is, but when we celebrate things like Independence Day and we start going into all those things, when we start dealing with somebody and they heavily into their holidays, it pulls us away from even considering coming back to the Most High. Because keep in mind that a lot of us were raised celebrating those holidays. But understand that if they're married to somebody of another nation and they into those holidays heavy, it's going to pull them even closer because they're going to end up compromising and saying the hell with that. When they see us out in the streets and we're kicking the truth, they'll agree with what we're saying, but, well, my wife is right, so I'm going to do what she says, and I'm still going to celebrate Christmas and so forth, and 4th of July, and blah, 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 all those paganistic holidays. And then you end up just completely turning your back against the Most High. You know? So understand that when we're told to stay away, it's a reason for that. Just for that reason. The Most High has given, these scriptures are a blueprint on living, on life. And we have to understand that if we don't abide by these rules, it's only one thing left, is death. Because eventually you're going to die. You're going to die. Look, if you're going to go and the Most High is taking you out, you want to go in this truth. You want to go believing and coming back to the Most High. You want to die an honorable death. You know? You don't want to sit there and die a horrific death of getting into, being in a plane or, some horrific accident where you end up missing. You don't want to do that. You want to pass doing this work or coming back to the Lord at least. At least when you go, you know that you've served and you've made your attempts to serve the Lord. A lot of people that pass can't do that. A lot of people that pass cannot do that. So let me Let me go into Tobit 4 and 12. I'm going to a couple more scriptures. Hold on. Tobit 4 and 12. Okay. It says, beware of all whoredom, my son. Now understand that being a whore isn't just the sexual. Being a whore would be following other deities, other religions, other beliefs. You know, that's being a whore. You know, because we're supposed to be married to the Most High. You know, but you're sitting here and you dibbling, dabbling into different beliefs, different gods. That's being a whore. You know? So it says, beware. Hold on 1 second. Lower that volume, please. Matter of fact, go in your room.
I will be Wolverine here, okay?
Excuse me. Beware of all whoredom, my son, and chiefly take a wife of thy seed, of the seed of thy fathers, and take not a strange woman to wife, not which is not of thy father's tribe. Let me start that again. Tobit 4 and 12. Beware of all whoredom, my son, and chiefly take a wife of the seed of thy fathers, and take not a strange woman to wife, which is not of thy father's tribe. For we are the children of the prophets, Noah, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Remember, my son, that our fathers from the beginning, even that they all married wives of their own kindred, and were blessed in their children, and their seed shall inherit the land. Verse 13. Now therefore, my son, love thy brethren, and despise not in thy heart thy brethren, the sons and daughters of thy people, in not taking a wife of them, for in pride is destruction, and much trouble, and in the lewdness is decay, and great want, for lewdness is the mother of famine. Understand that when in Tobit in 4 and 12, where it speaks about Noah, Isaac, Abraham, understand that scripture, it tells you that they was blessed. You're blessed in your seed, you're blessed in your marriage, you're blessed when you marry within. When you sit there and you taking on a man and a woman of another tribe, of another nationality, that's a smack in the face. That's a smack in the face if any of my daughters come home with a heathen. First of all, he's not even making it through the door. Let alone my sons come home with a heathen. She's not making it through that door. Me, I'm going to embarrass the shit. I'm going to make them feel, I'm going to embarrass the shit, excuse my French, the shit out of them to the point where they're not even going to want to come on the block. They're going to meet them up the block. And I'll be 2 seconds from kicking them out. You know? I'll be 2 seconds from kicking them out the house. Why? Because that's a disgrace. That's being disobedient. That's just like any one of my kids come home and say that they're homosexual. Splitsville. Till you get your mind right. You know? I'll sit there, I'll talk, counsel them. They don't see the error in their ways. Keep it pushing. You know? That's a disgrace. That's a dishonor for any child to come in them conditions to their parent, to their father. You know? That's a disappointment. We have disappointed the Most High by following other being whores and following all these other religions, Christianity, Islam, Egyptology, Buddhism, you name it. We've disappointed the Most High by marrying other races, going against these scriptures, just not following the high holy days, the feast days, and so on, taking on the customs of this world. Understand that we have to come back to the Most High in order for what's happening now to change. If we're looking for real change, understand that voting is not going to change a damn thing. Voting is not going to do anything for our people except choose which one of these devils, which one of these red dogs is going to get elected. The one that's going to outright, blatantly disrespect the Lord's people, or the one that's going to mask it and act like he's for the Lord's people, but the whole time stabbing us in the back. Voting is something that we don't do. You want change, and you want real change, you come back to the Most High. You come back to the Lord. How do you come back to the Lord? You get in these classes. You find out a school near you, online, physical class, and you get in these classes. You ask all the questions you need. You come back to the Most High. You shed yourself of this world. Understand that we cannot be partakers in her. I'm gonna go into a couple scriptures, a couple more scriptures. I'm gonna go into 1 Kings 8:41. It says, moreover, concerning a stranger that is not of thy people Israel. But okay, hold on. I'm gonna go to 40. Hold on. I'm going to go to 39. Then hear thou in heaven thy dwelling place, and forgive, and do, and give to every man according to his ways, whose heart thou knowest. For thou only knowest the hearts of the children of men, that they may fear thee in all days that they live in the land which thou gavest unto our fathers. Verse 41. Moreover, concerning a stranger that is not of thy people Israel, but come out of a far country for thy name's sake. Understand that we got to come out of this country. We got to come out of her. We have to come out of America, because when I say come out, or when the scriptures say come out, meaning stop following the customs, the paganistic holidays. To don't follow. Hold on a second. Thank you. Just keep right there. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you. To come out of come out of following, being partakers in what this country, just put it right there. Thank you. What this country have to offer us. Understand that we, as a people, have to do better. We cannot sit there and think that it's all right for the police to go around and kill our people like we're dogs, like we're nothing. Understand that when you look at the Constitution, it says that we're 3/5 of a man. Now, anybody that knows the metric system knows that 3/5 is basically nothing. 3/5 of anything is nothing. 3/5 of a man. So how many black men would it take to be equivalent to one so-called white man? How many of us will it take? So when you have a constitution that writes that and say that we are 3/5 of a man, it's been there for years. It's been written down for years. And move it to now, it's being displayed and it's being shown because all these social injustices, this country was not meant for us. This system, this government right now is not built for us to live and live comfortable. Now you see these rich millionaire black and Hispanics out here that think beg to differ. See, the way to keep us divided is to give a few of us the millions and the nice homes and everything else and have the others starve. As a result, to keep us contained, that's how they do that. Because if they were starving all of us, we'd already come together and rebel. But if you get some of us that say, oh no, you can do it because I did it, that's just a tactic to keep us oppressed. Because what happens when a lot of our people get rich and so-called make it or live the American dream, we end up leaving the hood and forgetting about our people, our culture, and everything else. And it's all a trick to get in the minds of our people. And that's why we got to do better. I'm going to one more scripture, and then I'm basically be wrapping it up. Leviticus 25 and what is that? 35. It says, and if thy brother be waxen poor and fallen in decay with thee. Hold on, I'm going to go to 34. But in the field of the suburbs, 33. And if a man purchases, 34, Salakia. But the field of the suburbs of their cities may not be sold, for it is their perpetual possession. And if thy brother be waxen poor and fallen in decay with thee, then thou shalt relieve him. Yea, though he be a stranger or sojourner, that he may live with thee. Understand that Salakia. No. That's not the scripture I was looking for. Salakia. Ecclesiastes 28, 26, and 20. Ecclesiasticus 26 and 20. Salakia. Okay. It says, when thou hast gotten a fruitful possession, though all the fields, sow it with thine own seed, trusting in the goodness of thy stock. Understand that you want good stock. When you have your seed, you want it to be of the same bloodline, the same lineage. I'm gonna use an analogy, but I don't like really using an analogy with our people and animals. But it's like anybody that breeds dogs. No, you're not gonna breed a mutt with a full-bred dog, whether it be a Rottweiler, Pit Bull, and so forth. You want to keep it within the same bloodline. Now, understand that when you intermingle our bloodline, you're weakening that bloodline by dealing with another heathen. Understand that we have to keep that and keep it solid because we, the Most High, has made us the salt of the earth. He said we're the salt of the earth. We are the ones that are carrying out the law and the ones that are seasoned to do that, to follow and not eat shrimp, crab, pork, lobster, not be a homosexual, and not be a drug dealer and a whore. We are the ones conditioned to do that. That's why he put us special above all nations, because we are his people. And I'm gonna finish off verse 21. So it says, trusting in the goodness of thy stock, so thy race which thou leavest shall be magnified, having the confidence of their good descent. And understand that when you marry and you have kids, especially, first of all, if any of our women marry a heathen man, that kid is not Israel. Understand, our men, when you marry these heathen women, you're weakening the stock of the lineage of the nation of Israel. You're weakening that bloodline when you do that. Okay, that's my time, Israel. Priest and Officer Kubra Ya'ala out of ISUPK, Connecticut, out of ISUPK, under Commanding General Yohana. That's my time. Yahweh Hashem Yahshabrakatham. Yahweh Shema Alatham Bashem Yahshai. Shalom.